Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Kathy J Show. Hi, everybody. I'm so happy to see you. I'm Kathy J. Thanks for hanging out with us this half hour. Whether you're watching us live or whether you're catching us on YouTube or on our social media channels, I just want to say thank you to all of you out there. And of course, if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, get over there, Kathy J. And also social media, all those comments that you're leaving, I love interacting and laughing back with you about things that happen here on the show. Today is going to be one of those days. We're going to learn about our intuition today, everybody. Today, trusting that intuition. What is it? What does it feel like? It is a voice? It is a feeling? Is it just chilly night that you had? It's more than trusting a feeling that you get inside you. It speaks through your body. Did you know that? There's ways you can develop it. We're going to get into it right now, everybody, with our expert. Everybody, helping us today explore our intuition on a deeper level is transformational life strategist Terry Kurjala. Yay! Hello. Talking with Terry today. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, of course, it's a delight.
Okay, so Terry, intuition is something that everyone talks about, but it's hard to put your finger on it,
Yes.
on what it is. So what is intuition?
So yeah, it's just really this knowing and this awareness, this knowledge that we have without even thinking about it or like analyzing it.
Okay.
It's just like this, for a lot of people, it's like that gut feeling that we have when we just know,
Right, I know, yes, you just know.
But it's really fascinating. So, Leeds University, they did this research and they said that, intuition is really this psychological process that happens when we pull from our past experiences.
Okay.
And then we take information from our environment.
Okay.
And it happens so quickly that it actually overrides the conscious mind. So it's kind of happening offline, if you will.
Okay, so that's what makes your intuition when it just starts going on autopilot. That's intuition.
Yes, and here's the thing: we are all born with it. Not all of us listen to it.
Yes, amen, amen. It took me a while to listen to it because you don't understand. Is it those voices in my head that are judging me? Is that intuition?
Maybe not.
Or is it something that says go there, do that? Yes. That's the person you should go with now, or that's the employment you should take. That's the feeling we're talking about, right?
Yes. So the brain has this, if you think about it, the brain has these two operating systems.
Okay.
That's always going on. The first one is this quick instinctual.
Okay.
Part
like
of the
a
brain
survival part of our brain?
That's automatic. That's always going, right? And it's just quick and instinctual. It's like happening offline, if you will.
Yeah, sure.
And then you have that other operating system that's that in the slow and deliberate that is actually tapping into our conscious mind.
Gotcha.
Where we're thinking about it, we're analyzing.
Yes.
So there's those two pieces. And the intuition lies in the fast instinctual.
Totally.
And I feel like it's going back to our that innate wisdom that we're born with. Right? Without going too woo-woo here.
No,
but
I get
that innate wisdom that we have. It's like, okay, yep, this makes sense.
Okay, but you're saying the people that use the other side of their brain that think too much about it.
We have both operating systems.
Both operating systems are fine.
But the intuition lies within that first operating system.
So the type A people that are always overthinking things, do they ever get to tap into their intuition?
They do. Again, we all have it.
Does my producer Colleen ever get to tap into her intuition?
Yes, Colleen, let's tap into it. I have some tools for you today.
Yes, and so that's really exciting. So intuition, like what you were just saying, everyone can have it, both sides of the brain.
Yes, we're born with it.
Okay, good.
We're born with it. We're born with this experience, and it's, again, going back into that knowing and that trusting. And I feel like it's this, what happens for a lot of us women.
Yes.
Okay. I truly believe that, intuition is our superpower.
I think so too.
But what happens is that, it's hard to explain it, because it's like that gut feeling, and it's that it doesn't have proof or data, or it doesn't have rationalization around it.
Totally.
And so I think oftentimes what happens for a lot of us is that, it's discounted or discredited because
You're absolutely right, Terry. And so when we come back, Terry's going to teach us how to tap into it more and start to trust that and not listen to what other people are saying. We'll be back. Kathy J. Ramos Law is an official partner of the Kathy J Show. He's a medical doctor and a lawyer. Ramos Law, what makes us different makes us better. Welcome back to the Kathy J Show, everybody. So today we're talking about intuition. What is this crazy thing called intuition? Sometimes we overthink things and we don't trust that voice inside. And that's what our guest is saying. You got to get past that. Trust the voice, everybody. Here to tell us more about it is Terry Carjala. Yay, Terry! Talking with Terry.
I'm loving these jazz hands.
Terry Carjala. Terry, okay, you can find her at talkingwithterry.com. You're so great at helping people transform their lives and move forward. And that doesn't happen with us without us trusting ourselves, which is intuition.
And it's like really tapping back into that inner knowing, right? And so I have a tool that I want to share with people today.
Yes,
and
tool.
This is maybe a new concept for your listeners. So I'm going with like, they may be watching me and be like, I have 3 heads, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I've come to embrace my 3-head syndrome here. But really applied kinesiology, or for some people that's called muscle testing that people are familiar with. And what this does is it's a modality that helps us tap into and dig into our inner truth.
Okay.
And what it does is it's really a way in which we can ask the body questions, and the body will respond with information.
No way.
Yes or no questions.
Okay.
I know, it's pretty powerful.
Right.
And so when we do this, it's kind of like, if in case anyone wanted to be their own magic 8-ball, this is like the tool to do it.
Oh, tell me.
And what it does is it allows us to start to trust it more, so start to trust our intuition, okay? So many of us, and I'm gonna scooch closer and I'm gonna have you stand, extend your arm.
Okay, arm out.
And with this, so a lot of people are familiar with muscle testing or kinesiology where you have 2 people, and I might just go, okay, now, resist against me, okay? So I'm just gonna resist against you a little bit, okay?
Okay, yeah.
And then I'm gonna have you just say, truth, I was born in July.
Okay. Truth.
So close your eyes and just say, truth, I was born in July.
Truth, I was born in July.
Okay, and resist against me.
Okay.
Okay?
Uh-huh.
You feel that?
Yeah.
Okay, now I want you to say a false statement.
Okay.
So you're going to say, truth, I was born in December.
Okay. Truth, I was born in September.
Okay, and then resist. Do you feel the difference?
What? I couldn't hold that.
I know, right?
That's crazy.
Because your body knows all, okay? It's like you cannot lie, right? Your body knows all.
Oh, I'm not letting my
right?
husband touch me now.
I know, right? So we can test. There's a lot of things that we can be testing. We can test thoughts, we can test information, and one of the things that I have done, and when people ask me about how I've grown my business to the way I have, I test everything. I have my assistant sitting back here, and I actually tested her before even hiring her.
You did not?
I did.
Like what did you test her?
So we're going to I'm going to teach you how to do a sway test. You can do it actually on your own. There's lots of different ways of doing muscle testing. There's probably 8 or 9 different ways out there, but we're going to come and we're going to show with you how to do it by yourself.
Oh no, I'm down.
Yeah.
I'm all for it. Okay, so when we come back, everybody, stay with us. We're going to learn whatever it is Terry's about to teach us. We'll be back. Kathy J. Oakwood Homes is an official partner of the Kathy J Show. Oakwood Homes, building happiness. Kathy J. Welcome back to the Kathy J Show, everybody. Yay! Hanging out with Terry Carjala. Show hands. So, everybody, we've been talking about intuition this half hour. And yes, I have my shoes off, everybody, because we're about to do a little thing with Terry. Because before we went to commercial break, you showed us how our bodies don't lie.
Yeah, they don't lie.
They go with the truth.
This is like the truth serum, right?
It's amazing.
I know.
And the intuition within us, we're born with it, but as we grow, we start to stop listening to it.
Yes,
Is that it?
I agree. Like, I think it gets discounted over time. So as women, we start to be like, well, maybe I'm not right. And so we start to question ourselves. We start to doubt ourselves. And then we start to disconnect from it. And so over time, it's still there. It's still operating. We just haven't tapped into it and really called attention to it. So now it's just like, okay, let's revive it. Let's pull it back in.
Yeah.
And let's invite it back in and have it be a part of our active lives.
And that's what we're about to do, everybody.
Yes.
So before we did this test, you need somebody to help you with that one.
Right.
This
and that's
one,
not always conducive. And so for folks that are familiar with muscle testing, there's lots of different ways that you can do muscle testing.
What is
right?
that? What did you
I
just
know,
do?
I know. But so the people that are listening, they're like, oh yeah, she knows, right? But I'm gonna do the sway test because it's the fastest, easiest way I've learned to teach people. So what we're going to do is we're going to have you stand up, and we may become headless for a second.
Yeah, I know. Come on.
Look at that.
There
we
we
did
go.
not
Okay,
become
good.
headless. Look
Thank
at that.
goodness. Yay!
Thank you.
Yay! Okay.
So what I want you to do is I want you to stand with your feet apart. And those at home, if you're in your home, feel free to do this along with us, okay?
Do it.
So feet shoulder length apart.
Okay.
And I want you to ever so slightly bend your knees, okay?
Okay.
We just don't want to lock them, okay?
Yeah, we don't want you passing out on us.
Yes. And what we're going to do is we're going to put your hands onto your side. And with this, we're just going to ask a true statement and a false statement.
Okay.
Your true statements are you're going to sway. This is called the sway test because you're going to actually physically sway. I'm actually going to turn this way so the audience can actually see me.
Okay, see you swaying?
Yes. And so I'm going to demonstrate.
Fuchsia dress.
Yes. And so we're going to do this. I'm going to have you do it with me. And
all right.
we're going to have you stand this way so that they
thanks.
can see that way.
Thank you for that.
Yes. Okay. So then we're going to do, so you're going to put your head, close your eyes, head down.
Okay.
And you're going to say a truth statement. So you're going to say, like, for example, like mine is truth. My name is Terry. And you see me like swaying forward.
Okay.
And then false. My name is Henry. Okay. And
You're
you
no
sway
way.
back.
Okay.
So
all
now
right,
I want you to do it.
all
Okay.
right,
So I want you to do your
All right.
month because
Okay.
you go by different names.
Yes,
So
okay.
I'm going to have you say truth. My name is, my truth. I was born in July.
Okay. Truth, I was born in July. That is crazy. Okay.
And now I want you to say truth. I was born in December.
Truth, I was born in December. Hopefully I'm not moving. Oh, wait. I just want to move you back.
I know. And no,
Truth, I was born on July 6th. I'm
no. Hold on.
Crazy.
So say truth. I was born on July 6th.
Okay, truth, I was born on July 6th. Okay, which I'm not.
So you're
moving
not.
back
So
a
you're
little.
not. So
Okay.
so you might be going into self-sabotage. So
Woo, this is neat.
I know. So but we don't have time to go into the clearing it of
Oh,
this.
dang it.
But I'm going to invite people. Maybe we can do like a little after show.
Okay, yeah, we can
And
definitely go on Facebook Live.
Yes, let's do that. And we can clear on how we can clear that piece out.
You mean like I was starting to trick myself
Yes.
into wanting to fall forward or back?
Yes. You started overthinking it.
It's so crazy.
But hey, can I grab a piece of
brief.
stack of those sticky notes
A stack of sticky notes.
underneath my phone over there?
Okay.
Yes. And so one of the ways in which I will have people do this, especially because the brain, the ego wants to hop in
Yeah.
and it wants to take over. So one of the things that I'll do is I will take 2 Post-it notes and I will fold them up. And if I'm testing something like, if I hire this person, or if I, should I go on the Kathy J show, right? What I'll do is I'll write on one piece of Post-it note, I'll write Kathy J, and the other one I'm not going to write anything on it.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna go like this, and I'm gonna switch them up so I don't know which one.
Right.
And so this is where your listeners are going to need to write down this because this is juicy. This is the question. So I'm going to hold it with my hand, and I'm going to say, if I make this choice, will this be a contribution to my life, living, and reality? And then I'm going to let myself sway either way with that one in my hand. And then once I'm going to put that down, I'm going to grab another one. Because this will take ego out. Because ego will want to be like, I'm
going to choose for you.
Because if I really want to do something, and I learned the hard way, it cost me about $40,000. But I was like, I want to do this, and I am woman, and I will do it. So I got a no, but I ended up doing it anyways. It was a hot mess. So then I will take this one. I will do the same thing. If I make this choice, will this be a contribution to my life, living, and reality? I'll get a yes or a no. Then I'll look at it. I'm like, oh, I got a yes. So once you get a yes, you want to then test and say, okay, for now or for later.
Okay.
And so I recommend people doing a yes for now.
Yes for now.
Yes.
Okay, right.
And so if I get a no, and energy is always changing.
Yes, it is.
So if I get a no, that's okay. I can test it an hour later. I can test it 8 hours later. I can test it, a week later, a day later. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
So you want to keep asking the question until you get a yes. And when you do, you start to get into alignment, and things start to fall into place, and it's effortless.
That is crazy. And that's how you hired your assistant?
I do everything with testing.
That's crazy.
Yes.
Okay, so is that what you call the blind test?
So this would be the blind test.
That's the
that I
blind
did,
test, is to do that. That's amazing.
Yes.
And what do you say again so people at home can write it down?
So if I make this choice,
will
this be a contribution
this be a contribution
to my life,
living,
and reality?
and reality?
And then you're going to just let yourself get a yes or a no. Okay. There's some occasions that it'll just be a neutral, like they won't move. They'll just say kind of, and that's okay. You just keep asking it until you get a yes, and then the next one is for now, for later, and you just want to get a yes for now. Just trust me on that.
If you don't get yeses, Terry, then that's obviously not something you need to be worried about.
It's about timing, right? Everything's about timing, and so I always imagine like these invisible like shelves of possibility. And so when we are in alignment with that energy, things start to fall together really easly and effortlessly.
We want that. Yes. We all want that.
Yes.
And I love the fact that you're giving us a blind test to get out of our own way.
Yes, because we like what was happening for you. You were starting to be like, no, I'm
right. No, I'll tell you when I was born.
I'm gonna show you, right? And so ego will hop in there. And so it is a practice. So I invite people to practice this and really hone it. And it is, again, it's a muscle that we can start to play with. And how this ties back into our intuition is, when we start to practice, and we can even say, truth, is this an awareness that I'm having?
Yeah.
And I can get a yes or a no. And I'm like, okay, yes.
Okay, now stop there. Let's stop there. When we come back, you're going to have to restart that again, everybody.
Okay.
More intuition strategies when we come back.
Kathy J.
The Colorado Lottery is an official partner of the Kathy J Show. Colorado Lottery, play on. Welcome back, everybody, to the Kathy J Show. We are hanging out today with transformational life strategist. This is Terry Karjala. Yay! Last time,
Is this a thing?
It is. I love doing that. You can find her at talkingwithterry.com. Talkingwithterry.com. And today we've been talking about our intuition. Terry, you were saying in commercial break, like intuition has been guiding you for so long, even to the point of how you chose your daughter's name.
Yeah.
So you've been honed in on yourself for a long time, and it works for us. Is it our spirit talking to us in our intuition? Is it something that says this is where you're supposed to be? I mean, what is it guiding us?
Yeah, I just think it's like that internal wisdom that we are whether
it's our soul.
It's our soul, our spirit, what we are here to do on this planet, you know? And I think it wakes up at the time that it needs to wake up for us to help us finish up our path.
Okay.
Right? And
so I think it's time for all of us to wake ourselves up, everybody.
Yeah.
So you were just teaching us some strategies to get our muscles going, stuff that we can do every day to train our muscle of intuition, which was awesome.
Yes.
So the next thing, though, she wants us all to remember is always remember the word trust.
Yeah, so I had just a quick acronym of just a couple more little nuggets around intuition. And that first one is that, just trusting your gut, just stepping in and trusting it.
Okay.
Get away from that doubt that we have,
and
right?
that could be that could be getting in a car with somebody. That could be a person that you're dating or the employer or anything. If something says,
and and again, it's that trusting that, because when you meet somebody, you're like, oh my gosh, I like you.
Totally.
And that's that feeling, right?
Yeah.
And when you meet somebody else, you're like,
I can do without him.
So just trusting that piece of it.
All right.
R stands for releasing the negative thoughts that you have about it, releasing the doubt, releasing that piece of it, because there's research that has showed that you're more intuitive, and your intuition muscle, if you will, is more activated and more when you're in a positive state of mind than you are in a negative, obviously, right?
Okay,
And then U stands for feeling it, right? We will get goosebumps. For me, it's goosebumps.
Yeah.
I was talking offline with a producer, and I was saying, she was telling me something. I was like, I got chills. And I said, that for me means truth. So whenever I get those full body chills, I'm like, that's truth.
That's
right?
true. Okay.
Or this, the shiver up the spine, or it could be just like the lightness or a heaviness that you're feeling. Like understand and trust that is part of your intuition. Is you're getting a physical response. So just honoring that and just listening to that piece, okay?
Okay, all right.
Where am I at? S is for to stop and listen. If we don't allow ourselves some time to, just shut down all of the chatter, it's easier for us to, tap into it and listen.
I agree.
To it.
I agree. But we have so much going on in our head, from what's happening with our kids or what was said at work or the fight we're in our relationship. Even when we get those minutes to be quiet, it's still not quiet.
Yes.
You still got to fight through and make it even more quiet, right?
You got to make a choice.
Okay.
You got to make a choice to say, this is the time I'm going to spend. And it doesn't have to be a ton of time.
No.
It can just be tapping into it. And the last one, the last T is really, taking in information. So I always talk about tapping into your curiosity and just taking in that information from our environment, taking in information that you're experiencing in your body, and it doesn't require much. Even just like right now, I'm sitting here going, oh, this is really fun. This is exciting. This is, I can take in that information around this, and just being more aware. And that awareness is going to help us be more intuitive, because so many times I think we get into these blinders and we're only allowing ourselves to do this instead of just being like, just opening ourselves up to be like, oh, okay, I can take in my environment.
So, and speaking of your environment, so if you're going somewhere, you're around people that every time you go to that job, you can't stand it. Like you cringe on the inside. Every time you're around those people, you're in the inside. That's your intuition also saying this isn't your road. That is
absolutely your intuition. Okay. And there's ways in which we can protect our energy.
Okay.
Maybe another idea.
Yes, right. I was going to say, we can do that on the Facebook Live after the show.
Yeah, there you go.
Right, because my half hour is never long enough with you, Terry.
I know. That's
right.
So
So before we let you go, I do want you, anything you want to wrap up and tell everybody?
No, I think this is so much fun. Like I invite people to have fun with this and play with this. It is a muscle. It's a tool. So play with this, because then when you are wanting and desiring to use it, you actually have it already fostered and it's ready to go, and you can trust it, right?
I love that, Terry. Yes. I love that. So everybody, you can find her at talkingwithterry.com. Talkingwithterry.com. I'm going to use this on everything now. Yes. Thank you so much, Terry. Find us on Facebook on Kathy J. We're about to go live.